Hello guys, how's it going? AlexTheGrumpyOne here, and today I got a quick video for you that has been requested quite a lot, which is the front dashcam installation. You basically gave me a budget of about £100 to get a front dashcam, the hardwire kit and SD card. So obviously you got everything to fit on there and make sure it's all working properly, and that's what I'm going to do here today, guys. So I found two different dashcams, guys. Obviously I bought just one. But I'm going to put the link in the description below for the other one as well, because they both seem like very good cameras for the budget as well. And I'm probably going to end up fitting the other one on my Tiguan. But for today we got this one that I'm going to unpack now and show you quickly. And we got the hardwire, and obviously SD card comes with this dash cam as well, which is a good bonus as well, so you don't have to buy it separately. So yeah, we're going to do a quick video, guys. I'm going to show you which fuse to use, as you got a few options, and obviously how to take the wires away so they're not in the way, and decide what is the best position for your dash cam. Right guys, just before we carry on with the rest, I would like to let you know, if you watch the whole video today, you're gonna find out how you can get back £25 on the items that you're gonna buy, if you're following obviously the links that I got below. So if that is something you're interested in, then definitely tune in and watch the whole video, guys. There's some easy steps that you can get your money back on, and all I want in return, please, is just a subscribe and a like. And you can also find me on Instagram, where we'll be sharing tips and tricks like this with the products in the future, which I think is great to save a bit of money. Right guys, so I'm just going to show you the camera that I got here. Like I said, that will be in the description below. So here we are. I think it's going to be a nice hidden camera. The design is quite nice as well, and I went for the sticky pad one, the one that hasn't got the adjustment on it, because the ones with adjustment, I've seen that a lot of them do shake a lot and make your footage quite horrible. So I'm just going to go for the solid one, and the other one they're going to put in the description below is the solid one as well, because for me that's the best choice, to be honest. So in a pack you're going to have the normal connector which goes in your cigarette lighter, but we're not going to be using it today because we're doing the hardwire kit. Do it all properly. There you got the micro SD card, which is the correct one for this. You got the tool there as well. Spare sticky pads, as you can see, if you're going to need them. And the instructions as well. So that's all we need. Right guys, just one thing I want to mention about the hardwire kit when you're buying it. If you bought the same camera as me, I'm obviously going to put everything in the description below anyway, but just to make sure that you're going to get the wiring kit with the Type-C plug connector there to the dash cam, because they do sell different ones, and some of the kits, which is for the different camera that I'm going to be buying, that one hasn't got the Type-C. So that's the only reason I wanted to mention quick, guys. Just make sure you double check that, please. But like I said, I will put the correct one in the description below for this camera. Right guys, here's a little bonus for you. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this, and if you do, definitely give us a subscribe and a like, guys, and share it with your friends as well to help them out. So if you buy the kits that I got in my description below, in a hardwire kit you get a little card with cashback of £5. All you have to do is follow the easy steps that you got there, give them 5-star review, which I can't see why not, because the product is great, it does the job, and even comes with more stuff that you need for the job anyway, and send a little email. So 3 minutes, job done. And it gets even better with the dash cam, guys. Like I said, it will be in the description below, the right one. At the moment, they're giving you a gift card. In my case, you got £20 on there. You got a unique code, that's why I'm not going to turn it around. But you got easy steps there as well, unique code, and you get £20 back. I think that's amazing, guys. So in this whole kit, you're going to get £25 back. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And it's only going to take you about 5 minutes. So I just wanted to share this with you guys quickly. Right guys, so the next step is to get the cover off so you can get the fuse box, which is nice and easy. You can even use your key there, there's a little cut, and it's just clipped in and just comes off, as you can see. And there we've got the fuse boxes. Obviously, if you're not in UK and you have got a left-hand drive, then it's obviously going to be on the other side where the steering wheel is. But anyway, that's one of the locations where you got the fuse box, and we're going to be using one of them empty spaces that we got at the top there. I'm going to show you how to check if it's the right space to use, and obviously you got your diagram in the owner's manual anyway, but I'm going to show you now with the multimeter how we're going to check that it's the right fuse to use for us. Right, here's the perfect time to use my new multimeter that I got from Draper. take it out of the box. Already got the battery in there. So all we're gonna need is voltage today. So just set it up correctly, turn it on, and we're going to be measuring up to obviously battery voltage, which is going to be about 12.5. So let's just check if we got the correct space for our dashcam fuse to go into. Right guys, so here we go. We got the multimeter there set up. I got the ground point there touching the body of the car, and we've got the positive here. So what we need, like I said, we've got 2 empty spaces there. For first and second fuse. They're not used on this vehicle, and this is Scirocco. It's going to be the same on the Golf 6 as well, and the Tiguan as far as I'm aware, and many of the VW group going to have similar position for the fuse box. If not, just check your owner's manual. But anyway, what we're looking for in this case, we're quite lucky. We've got 2 empty spaces here, the first row, and what we need is battery voltage when the ignition is on. So let me just check that. Turn the ignition on, and there we are, got battery voltage there guys. And what we need is when you turn the ignition off, for it to go off. Perfect, that will do. And we can double check the first slot as well, just to make sure. There you go guys, it's the same here. Turn it off, and voltage is gone. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to leave it on a permanent feed, so you're going to drain the battery. And if you're thinking that in case someone hits your car, it's not going to work, it will, because the dashcam has got the battery, internal battery, that will keep it up obviously for enough time, and it will record something like that. But that obviously depends on the dashcam that you're going to buy. The one I'm doing today, it has got that function, so that's all good. But the other thing I want to tell you is you can use already existing fuse that's in there, but it's very important not to use something important like brakes or etc guys, or lights, in case dashcam fails and cause a circuit and blows the fuse, because you definitely don't want to have some issue like that. So definitely recommend either use an empty space or use a fuse that's for something like a cigarette lighter or something simple. So that's that verified guys, and now we can connect obviously to that and find also a space to connect our ground point. Right guys, so now we are ready to put obviously the fuse they got in a pack. It's a 5 amp fuse, and obviously fit in there on the one that we've checked. Make sure it's secure in there. And now we got the plug. They're gonna go into the rest of the wiring that we got here. It just joins on that, but we're gonna do it in a second. For now, what we're gonna have a look at is our ground point, which is, I mean, you got plenty of choices there. There's 10 mils that you can undo and put it just behind it, do it up. And there's a Torx there, which is the one that holds the fuse box itself. It goes into the body metal, and there's another one there. So that's the one I'm gonna use. Going to use this one, just undo it slightly, fit that behind it, and do it up. There we go. I know it's not the perfect ground point, but it will work guys. Like I said, I probably would recommend using the 10 mil that you got there, but just to show you obviously they will work. I'm going to do it this way, and now at this stage you're ready to connect that. Obviously that will seal, push it in properly in there. And what I would do now guys, at this stage we should have the power now. What I would do is just connect it to the dash cam, turn the ignition on, and just make sure that everything's working before you're going to proceed with obviously the rest of the job, taking the panels off and setting the dash cam. So just double check that dash cam is working again, the feed that you need it, and obviously when you turn the ignition on, and that it goes off when you turn it off. Right guys, so I've plugged in the cable to it, and let's just double check that it's all working. So I turn the ignition on. There you go, I can see the lights already coming on. Just give it a second. There you go, that's on. That's all working guys, so that's all good. So we should turn it off now, and it should go off as well. Lovely, there you go, that's off. Right guys, so now that we're happy the dash cam is working, the next step will be take this cover off so we can remove the top one to guide all the wiring. So that got a metal clip there. It will pop off, and it just slides off. There you go, that's the first cover off. So now we're gonna remove the top one. Right guys, so to get the top cover off, what you have to do is remove the little badge there first, the airbag one. using plastic tool, just unclips from there, and you're going to have either a Torx screw in there or a metal clip they have to squeeze in order to get this off. It will be tight, guys, so I'm going to get my plastic tool in there. And what you need is get a screwdriver in there. I'm going to show you in a second how it works. You need to get it in there and push it down, and it will release the clip. There you go, and that is off. Sorry, my light moved as well. I'm going to show you obviously now how it works now. So once that is off, you're going to be able to work the rest of it off. I'm just going to show you in a second. Okay, so like I said, once the top is off, all you do is start putting it off, and you'll see it come out. There you go. So there's the clip that I was talking about. They just have to squeeze it in and it will come out, and they're just plastic clips they got sitting in there. They're locating properly afterwards as well. So I'm going to put that out of the way. Now we're ready to start guiding the wiring and obviously finding out where you want to have your dash cam. Right guys, so after you install the fuse there, obviously connected it all up, and the ground as well, you can use a cable tie or just a little bit of a cable that you had to attach the wiring to the bracket there, just so it stays in the same place, so it doesn't fall out when you take your cover off, just to tidy up a little bit. And what you have to do is obviously the wire, they have to go all the way to the front there. You can push it through the hole there and it will come up there. Because you already removed the cover, you can get hold of it, and obviously use the sticky pads that in this case I had in a hardwire kit. It depends on what kit you get, but I got them little sticky pads that I've put on there just to hold the wire out of the way. Make sure you put it in that position so it's not in the way where the cover is going to go back on, because obviously you're going to clip in these holes here, so make sure the wiring is out of the way so it doesn't get jammed. And when you get up here, you need to make sure that it's not in the way of your airbag, so you have to go at the top there. So what we're going to do is try and get cable in here and follow it all the way around till you get either through this clip here that will come off, it's just plastic cover that can come off, or you can push it in there. I'm going to show you how, because we're going to take a cover here and I'm going to give you quite a lot of space to tidy up the wiring in here. And the same, we're going to take the sun visor off, which is very easy. All you have to do is take that clip off, it will come out, and that will let you drop the top here to get enough space to push your wiring in and make sure it's all nice and tidy in there. So that's the next step, guys. We're just going to take this cover off and get the sun visor out of the way, so that we're going to allow us to drop this a little bit more. Right guys, so to remove the sun visor, all you have to do is take this cover off of there. It's nice and easy. You'll unclip. That's what holds it in pretty much. So you got a metal clip there. All you have to do is just get a plastic tool behind it. It's going to be a bit hard, but if you get it behind there, it will eventually pull it out of there. There you go. That come out now. So you just push it out, and don't forget you got a little plug there. So undo it from that side and it will slide off. As you can see, it's not going to fall out all the way because you got a cable connecting to it, which gives you the light on there. So as you can see, that will just pop out like that. You can leave it hanging if you want. You don't need to unplug the cable. It'll make it easier. And by doing this, now you're going to be able to pull that down a little bit more. And the same on this side. As you can see, you pull it down, and that gives you enough space to check where your airbag is. And obviously make sure you go around it and start tucking the wiring in there. So the next step will be is to remove this cover here, and it got two clips holding it there as well, and you'll see that the ceiling will drop down a bit more. So to remove this cover, guys, all you do is remove this plastic cover first using the plastic tool. Just gonna try and do now. There you go. So that comes off of there. You don't actually have to take it off of there. All you're doing is you removed it to be able to get the two Torx 20 screws that you got there, one there and the other one on the other side. So I'm gonna do them quickly now, and then you see what's gonna happen once they're undone. Right guys, so undone them fully now. They stay in there. You can leave them in there just to make it a bit tidier. And what you do now is pull this down, and the whole thing will fall out because it's held by little plastic clips in there, so it will fall out. You can unplug everything if you want to remove the whole thing completely out your way, but I'm gonna leave it hanging there. It doesn't matter. What you need to do now is undo this screw and the other one on the other side that you got there, and then you'll see that the whole thing will drop enough for you to get the wiring in there. So let me just undo the screws quickly now. Right guys, so remove the screws now. All you have to do now is pull down on it, and you'll feel it moving down, and the gap's gonna come up there. So it's all good. If you want, depending on where you want to put the wire, if you're gonna go in there, you can also remove this cover and put it through that cover, but you're gonna make it a bit complicated to put the cover back on because obviously the wire is gonna be taking a bit of space. So we'll just guide it in somewhere here. Like I said, this will help you pull it down and make sure that you don't damage the ceiling when you're putting the wiring through. And I'll just get the wiring in here and tuck it in there because you're going to get a bit of excessive wiring. So just tuck it in there and then just pull out on this side as much as you need, depending on where you're going to have your dash cam. Obviously my one's going to go here where I got this lovely stone chip, but you can also put it down here, which is kind of out the way and behind your mirror. It's up to you guys, but obviously make sure you got enough wiring and that you check what the image is like before you obviously glue it on there. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to guide the wiring using the plastic tool, pulling this down and feeding the wiring in there. Right guys, so here we are. I fed the wiring in there. Like I said, don't be afraid, just get a plastic tool. You feel like a clip coming off and you give enough space to fit it in there. I took the cover off of there. It slides off on that plastic, as you can see, nice and easy. Feed the wiring in there. As you can see, go all out the way in there at the top, and it comes out again going that way. And as you can see, that's where it is. It's not forcing anything, so it looks alright. No issues there at all. If you need to pull out a little bit more, you'll pull it out a little bit more. But obviously that's where I'm going to have my dash cam. You can have your one behind the mirror if you want. It's up to you. You can get the wiring coming out of there, just wherever you prefer, to be honest. But I would definitely recommend checking the image before you obviously install it to make sure it's in the right place and covering the right angle of your vision, what you want to have on the dash cam. So yeah guys, what you have to do now is obviously fit this back in, fit the wiring back in, and obviously that will clip back in, it will slide in, and that metal clip will go in. So it's nice and easy to fit that back on. And the same with this. Now you can do up your screws there, and obviously fit the cover on and do the other two screws as well. Make sure that's all nice and tidy. And now the next step, I'm going to fit everything back on, and the next step will be obviously fitting the dash cam on there and making sure everything's working properly. Right guys, while we're here, I just want to let you know to read the instructions please. As you can see on the step 2, for the first time use, you need to format your SD card that obviously comes in a pack on your PC, and also format it afterwards. When it's in here, you can format using the settings on the dash cam or your phone. I think on the app you can format it as well, but I would just use the settings they got here just to make sure that it's completely clean and adapted for the dash cam settings, so you don't get any error messages or etc. So please follow the steps guys, just to make sure everything's working properly. Right guys, so here's the important step before you glue it on. Turn it on, turn the ignition on, obviously everything's working, and make sure you fit it so you got the right angle obviously, and the black dots there that you got there are not in the way. So I found my perfect position. Obviously it's up to you. You can see on the screen, so you can see your bonnet and obviously the wide angle of the sides as well. So I'm happy with that. I can see everything there, so that's what I'm going to stick my one on. But like I said, if you're doing it lower or etc., just make sure you got a good decent picture and it catches everything that you need to see on your dash cam. Right guys, the other great thing about this unit is, I know I said it's a solid unit, it obviously is, but once it's installed, don't worry, because you can remove the dash cam off of there if you need to. So just slide it off, there you go, it comes off. So obviously got the contact points there for the charging. So if for some reason you need to remove your dash cam, as you can see, it comes off nice and easy. And now I'm going to show you obviously what the settings that you got on the dash cam, how to set everything up, and the basic stuff that you need to do first. Right guys, so now I charged up this a little bit so I can remove it off of there and just show you some of the options that you can get into. So the first thing, like I said, to do will be good is to format SD card. So if you go down there, There you go. So you just press OK, format SD card. So let me just focus on that a little bit, and OK, and that should be all right now. So obviously I know you got the manual there, you can have a look how everything works there, but obviously I would set up the date as well straight away. So obviously the same as you got on your phone, and you can put your license plate there. Obviously set up the Wi-Fi as well. You get the updates on this as well, so you got the language there. The other thing what I would do is go in the first options there, and you got the video resolution. You got a few types there as well. Depends if you're on 4K or not, or 1080p. Obviously you'll record for longer on your SD card. The other thing I would do is loop recording. Let's just have a look. There you go. So loop recording I would set up as 3 minutes, but obviously it's up to you how long you want it for. And like I said, there's plenty of other options, guys. There's motion detection as well, if you want audio or not. The G sensor, it depends if someone hit your car or you shut the door, it will come on and film for a bit as well. The battery life seems to be quite good on this when the ignition is off, so that should be fine, guys. So yeah, that is just a few simple things that you can do on it, guys. Like I said, I think it's perfect little dash cam for the price, especially brilliant. And you also got obviously a bit of adjustment there as well, which is great. But the angle is quite wide. You got 170 degrees, guys. That is plenty. And obviously going to show you a bit of footage obviously off the actual dash cam when I'm driving and how everything's working. Obviously there's not going to be any vibration because I already tried it, so that's spot on. And yeah, guys, so let's just little demo obviously all the functions you got on it. Right, guys, so to fit the side panel back in, you obviously got the clips that are going to go in the holes there. That's why I said you have to make sure the wiring is out of the way. And a bit difficult one is there's a little hole that it's supposed to slide into, that little bit there. But if you do it the way you took it off, guys, it will slide in there. So you got all the clips there located properly. Make sure they're all on, because sometimes this one can come off. So push it back in there, and obviously start fitting it in there. You'll see you just have to adjust it a little bit. You might do it the first go, or if not, just play with it for a little bit, and it will locate. As you can see, it's already locating in there. And obviously start working it in and adjust all the clips so they locate correctly, and then give it a good old bang. So like I said, guys, just locate it in there and all the clips aligned. I just pushed it in, it clipped in, and all you got left is just to fit this little airbag badge in there, slide it at the top and push it in. Lovely, job done. All you got left is to obviously fit your cover that goes around there now, and fit the fuse cover back on as well, which is nice and easy. So to fit this one, you got a little metal clip there, as you can see. They're going to slide in there, and there's a locator at the bottom there. They're going to slide on there. You will have to adjust the rubber seal as well, but as you can see, it aligns there perfectly. Align it at the top there, push it in, clipped in, just pull the rubber out a little bit, and that's that job done. So all we've got left now, guys, is just put the fuse cover back on that we cut here. Just make sure everything's tidy and out of the way. So fit that in there and clip it back on, guys, and that's the job done. Everything's installed now and set up. Right, guys, so as you can see, nice and easy setup. As long as you follow my steps, you should be fine, guys. The important things obviously to keep an eye on is the fuse system. Make sure you use either the spare fuse or use the fuse that goes to your cigarette light. Don't use any of the important ones because you can have a serious issue with that. So please double check, and you got your owner's manual as well to double check that. And the other thing is the airbag. Make sure when you're installing the hardwire kit, it's not in front of your airbag because that will cause a problem as well, guys. So yeah, I think I'm happy with the camera. The quality is spot on. Obviously you can see on the driving that the quality is great. You can see the reg plates and etc. The wide angle is spot on as well. You definitely can see a lot of stuff, so that's good. I mean, the SD card that comes with it, there's plenty of space on it to record everything. I left it in 4K, but you can change the settings if you want to. The hardwire kit and the camera, decent price, guys. Like I said, there is another one they're going to put in the description below, which is my second choice, and you'll probably see me fitting that on my Tiguan in the future anyway. So yeah, guys, if you got any more questions, then please comment below and let me know if you need any information or etc. or any help with your setup. And also if there's any other product you'd like me to do a review on, please let me know, guys. I'll be more than happy to do it for you. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a subscribe and a like, guys, and share it with your friends. Right, guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.